Good evening, everyone, and welcome to day 7, module 7. It's been we're already more than the 50% of the training as we are getting to be better with international business, exports business. So today we are going to be touching one of the most important part of this training, which is meta ad strategy for exports brands. Okay, meta ad strategies. This is going to help you to showcase your product beyond what we are going to be doing from our end. It's going to help you to create your products in UK, in US, Canada, or anywhere you want to do. I'm not going to promise you that you are going to know everything about meta in a day. No, that's not possible. Yeah, you are not going to know everything in a day, but you are going to know more than enough to be able to do some certain thing yourself. Again, the video is actually going to be available. I try as much as possible to make each of the modules to be short so that you are not going to be overwhelmed with whatever we are doing. Okay, so system architecture and boosting. Maybe you have been seeing boosting every time you make a post. For some of you that have been posting on Facebook or Instagram. So Meta is the umbrella body of the company. Under Meta, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Messenger, you have WhatsApp, you have Thread, you have Audience Network. All of that is products of Meta. And when you run ads from Meta platform, it goes across all those things. So if you want Messenger, the people will be receiving attending to your customer through Messenger. If you want WhatsApp, it means you are going to be attending to your customer through WhatsApp. If you want website, you can run from Facebook. If you want Instagram DM, and if you want your product to be showing on a platform that are outside Meta family of apps, so those things that I mentioned like Facebook, Instagram, Thread, those are Meta family of apps. If you want it to be showing outside Meta family of apps, you choose Audience Network. What are the other things that when you choose Audience Network? That's where your advert will be showing on streaming platform like Boomplay, Deezer, Truecaller. Truecaller is not a streaming platform, but it will also show there. Those are other third-party application. Your advert will be able to show there. So if you're looking for an advert that we want to show everywhere, you just select what we call Advantage Plus. It used to be automatic placement, but it's Advantage Plus now. So clicking boost, because I know that is most thing that most of you will be seeing as you are getting started with this. Clicking boost is the quickest way to lose your money, right? So when you click the boost, it's very easy for you to lose your money because the real results require structure, stage by stages, which I'm still going to explain. And after this presentation, I will need to go to details of that to show you some of the certain things. Even if you are not going to be the one that will be running your ad, when somebody is doing it for you too, you have an idea, experience of how it's being done. One thing is very, very important. One way or the other, you will still need to do this. So boosting is high friction. It's going to trigger code interaction that will not lead, not my lead, that will not lead to purchase. You just be spending randomly on vanity metrics. Remember, we talked about vanity metrics in one of the session. Vanity metrics are likes, comment, view, share. That is not to capture buyer. So all of them are vanity metrics. You cannot pay bills with likes and follow. Likes don't pay bills. So when you boost, that is what will happen. You cannot measure anything. Zero prediction. You are just going to be wasting your money for boost. Yeah, you might have somebody call you, message you, luckily, but that is boost. So why am I saying this? Boost is not the structured way of running a Facebook ad, low detail targeting. So if you want a sales system, what you need to do is to present your specific message into your audience. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay? Specific message to the audience. There's limit of what Boost can allow you to do, even when it's come to creative and some other things, creative optimization and some other things. So with structure, which we call Ad Manager, basically, and it's also have app, so you can download Meta Ads Manager on either iOS or Play Store. Meta Ads Manager, that is what you use to run ad. Not after you post, you see boost, you not post it. You will waste your money, right? Export sales pipeline. Just because you are running advert does not mean you are going to sell. For some of you that have run advert before that you did not sell, yeah, you understand this. Just because you are running advert does not mean you are going to automatically sell. Putting a system in place make that happen. Okay, putting the system in place make that happen. A lot of people will complain that, oh, I'm running advert, it doesn't sell. What is the system that you put in place? I'm going to be mentioning different systems that I need to put in place. How is your creative? So anytime I want you to get used to some of these times. Anytime I mention creatives, it means your design, either a static design, which is like static image, either a carousel, either a real videos, a live feed videos. All of them are called your creatives. The group of them together are called your assets. Okay? Those all of that. So how is all those things? So what you need to do, where are you targeting? Which platform? Which placement? So for Facebook and Instagram, what you need to do is you need to have a way of getting data of people that you can also fall back on. That could be through leads, that could be through a website, that could be through WhatsApp. Then you qualify them. Qualify them is getting to know people that are currently responding and people that are not going to respond. Then classify them into maybe hot lead, follow up. Remember yesterday, if you are in section yesterday, we talked about different how many days, how many times it will take some people to convert. It might take 7 times for some people to say yes. So boosting is not a way to run ads. Because you are running ad does not mean you are going to sell. You must put a system in place. For example, in our own case, part of the system is you have a creatives, that's your design or your video. Then before you even run the ad, you have your strategy, then you have how you are going to follow up. Even you also have if and if else. If this happen, what should I do? If this happen, what should I do? So part of that, like if somebody come with objection, can I give a value, an offer? Because for somebody to show an interest simply means the person is curious about certain thing. That is on that one. Okay? Your system audit, part of things that we have been doing before. First of all, you must have a professional brand fundamental. You have your Facebook page, your Instagram page, you set your logo, you have your link in bio, you have your description. People can just look at your page and know what you are into. It's very, very important. People can just look at your page and immediately at one glance, they know what you are into. Okay? Customers evidence. So if you have some unboxing for your customer, they send to you, the review that they send to you, even a WhatsApp screenshot, whatever it is, even your behind the scene, how your operation goes, how you do all those things, you can have all that one too. Then fast response protocol. If you want, if you wait 24 hours, I mean, I think I've talked about this, you cannot be delaying before you reply to any of your customers, especially when it comes to diaspora customer. It's very important. And the only way you could be able to achieve this fast is automation. And one of the way you can automate that is WhatsApp quick reply, which we talked about extensively yesterday. And if you are new on this live on this training right now. The previous modules are available. If you have reached out, you will have somehow or the other see the versions, other module 1 to 6. But in case you don't, we are still going to drop it when we are having the next post. Okay. So again, when it's come to running ads, you must know the objective that you want to pursue. Do you want to get get people's contacts like lead generation? I'll tell you different parts where you do some of these things. If you are selling things that you know that people don't usually make decision on the spot, the best thing you can do is messaging or lead generation. So what do I mean? Real estate. Even this your food business, your fashion business. It's not every day that people buy clothes. It's not every day that people buy food every day, but it's not every day that they buy bulk food. It's not every day that they ship food. So things that make people to take a decision before they eventually switch to action. The first thing is to do lead generation so that you use that as a consideration. The lead generation is consideration. Customer is considering you. They are not so sure first, and you begin to build trust around that. Okay, and you can also use WhatsApp conversation so that when next they could quickly check their WhatsApp and say, I've chatted with this person sometime ago and they have saved your name with Ijeoma Ogbonosela, whatever that means, right? And it's very easy for them to quickly check that. Then if you are looking at sales, there's some things that you can just put out that people don't need to actually think so much before they buy. You can do conversion. So there's no point in time if you are looking for sales or lead that you should do awareness or engagement. Engagement is what we call vanity metrics. There are different objectives. You have awareness, is actually breaking down into three, right? We have awareness, we have consideration, and we have conversion. Conversion is the same thing as sales. So as a business person, you should be after sales. There's nothing concern you with 100 like. You should be after sales, which is otherwise known as conversion. So on Meta and every other platform, once you miss the objective, because objective is usually the first thing that you have to select when you want to run ad. The first thing they will ask is your objective. For some of you that have tried that one way, even for boosting, is the objective they will ask you first. If you did not select sales, there's no miracle that will happen. So when you select sales, what the system does is it looks like history of people that have buy across their platform and show your advert to them. When you say video views, it look for history of people that always like to watch video. So those people, they will watch your video, you see the view, but you are not, that's not something you are going to sell. That's it. So knowing your objective is very, very important. But as a small business, you might not have resources or the strategy or the system to make conversion at the same time. So the least you could start from is consideration, which is either WhatsApp or instantly from, then you follow up to close the deal, right? So there are different niches when it comes to diaspora targeting. Okay, so targeting is not really the main thing in 2026 going ahead. The most important thing on Meta platform right now is your creatives. And I believe you know what I mean by creatives now. Yeah, I've repeated that severally today. The most important aspect of your art right now is your creative, not even targeting. Some years back, targeting is the king, but now it's not. So Meta platform is not about your targeting again. It's even more about is your creative, I mean your video, your image, does it resonate with people? If your creative resonate with people, your ad will go far. It will reach, in fact, it will reach people that you don't even expect it to reach. If your creative does not, and your price will be cheap if your creative is resonate with people. If your creative is not resonate with people, algorithm will struggle. Your cost will go high. So that's how it works. That is why the most important aspect of your advert right now Is your video? Is your design? Is it attention grabber? When people hear the first line, do they pause from their scroll? If your ads cannot catch, your creatives cannot catch people attention, the first 3 seconds maximum, you have lost them. Because there's so many things that is calling people for people attention on the social media. So for niche like food and staples, uh, maybe you want to target London, Toronto. Remember, we're talking in Nigeria and diaspora, Houston, Atlanta, and Maryland. So what are you looking at? In your interest, you want to look for people that are interested in African food, Nigerian cuisine, egusi, all these things you are going to see it on Facebook. Oh, so that you will know that you are speaking to people that actually need it. I'll show you some of these things, right? For fashion, right? You want to target London, Birmingham. These are places that you see Nigeria abroad. Chicago, then you can think of African fashion, Ankara fabrics, Asoebi, traditional wedding, black professionals. So those are the things that you can target to know that niche, that group of people. For people that are into hair, cosmetics, and beauty, London, Houston, Dallas. And so this is an example of how your target should be. But again, targeting is not even the most important thing when it's come to advert in 2026. I can say that anyway. Your creative is the most important thing right now. So, like some people have asked some certain question the other time. You see, again, I'll still repeat, your creative is most important. Most of you are here because you can relate with the voiceover from our advert. I'm still going to play some of those things later. Yeah, you can relate with it. It's sometimes you feel like it's talking to you, and that is how your video should be. So we try to build that around story that you can resonate with, and we deploy it, not with any targeting. We deploy it. So why am I saying this? When you also want to do your own thing, there must be story around it. Oh, if you are tired of this, are you a fashion this? I will go to play some of those things. It does. Story will always win because we like story. So that's why you also need to build your own brand story that talks the people's pain points. First of all, audience hook. The first message must you hook your audience, followed by their pain points, then call to action. That's how you make sales. Oh. I call it conversion sizing math. The hook, the pain point. What is the most major problem they are facing? How they get to you? How you can offer your service to them? Then you have the sales. For example, look at this. An example of this. We say, still sending your native fashion product through slow, unreliable. Again, this is a kind of story for logistic in that sense. So you can craft your own true or reliable logistic. Confidently ship your order to UK and US with same for me cargo. Get a code today. But I will not just copy this and say I'm running ads. No. I'm going to have a visual because a visual communicates 1,000 more than a picture. Things are better visualized, communicate than reading about it. So what you are going to read for maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, a video will pass it to you in 30 seconds. And again, because people attention span are around low, you need to do that. If you can pass the shortest time you can pass your message, the better it is for your ad. The shortest time that you can try to pass out your message, the better it is for your ad. It's very, very important. User-generated content too, that's just what like, oh, I watched this. And again, all these things, you don't have to do it to yourself again. How many of you have been seeing people that say, oh, we create video adverts for you, we do this for you? Most of those things are as 10,000 naira. And it's better you spend that 10,000 to get such video to market your product than just burning 50,000 because your creative is bad, because your creative cannot communicate with your audience. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You can also send your money to do it for you, and it will do it well. So you can use user generated video. You don't even they don't even really have to be your user. Somebody that creating video can create that for you. It could even be through the AI too. I'm going to show you some of those examples. Then when it's come to budgets, right? As a small business, I'm going to say something. You cannot have budget for 3 days ad and say you want to run ad. If you want to run ads, if you are not ready to run ad for at least like it's bad, it was minimum. Optimal is 14 days, but minimum of 7 days. Don't bother to run the ads. You waste your money. Ask me why. The reason is it take 42 to 72 hours sometimes before your ads actually reach the peak, before your ads leave what we call a learning phase. So when you set up your ad, the first 24 hours, 72 hours, your ad, the algorithm is trying to understand the kind of audience that will favor you, that will do better. And if you don't know that, and during that learning phase, your cost might go high. And that could just, you'll be seeing response, oh, but that's not when your advert is at the best. Your advert begins at the best after 3 days. Imagine you are now saying you want to stop your ad in 3 days because you say, it's not even doing well. You now want to stop it in 3 days. What you just do is you just stop your ad before it starts. When your ad is about to start giving you the kind of result you want, that is when you stop it. But if you don't know, you don't know. The first 72 hours is called learning phase. Learning phase. You can go and read more about learning phase later. Learning phase is that time that, again, your ad, the algorithm is studying your ad to know the best audience for your campaign. Why is it studying? And if you stop your ad at that point, if you now say, okay, let me do it again, it will still start all over. Let's say you stop it at the end of the day 3. When you say you want to continue again, it will start again because you have forced it. So it's very important to know those little things. So even if you employ somebody to do it for you and the person is saying that you cannot do less than 1 week if you want to get results, this is the reason why. If not, you just waste money and say, it's not working. So if you are having it in mind that, let me just test 1 day, let me just test 2 days, don't bother. Your money is going to waste. Don't. Minimum 7 days. Minimum. So that at least you can enjoy the next 4 days, even if you now pause. But optimal, 14 days. That is why when you check some of those ads like that, and you check the comment, you'll be seeing 52 weeks. It's simply some ads have been running for a year because they know the secret. So at the end, like 5 5 days of your ad, your cost can drop. Let's say you are getting WhatsApp message as it started when they are going this still learning. Maybe you are getting like 1,008 again for a message, for example. By the time you get to like fourth, 5th days, that cost that have dropped to as low as 500. Yeah, because the system is now stable, it's now normal. And most cases, for people that don't know, that is where they stop their ad. And they say it's not working. And again, anytime you are running ad, don't be waiting for automatic miracle that is going to happen now. You need to do the work. Part of the work is follow up. You personally, you see ad too. It's follow up. Learning art of closing sales. That's why we are doing some of this training. They don't just want to leave you to it. So that you not make some little mistakes that will not make you to convert. So, and you might be asking as a small business, how much should I be my budget? This is not the era of budgeting 5,000 naira a day. If somebody will say, run 1,000 naira ad, the person is deceiving you. The person want to waste your money. I'm the one that said it. All this one that will say, come and buy Facebook ad training 1,000. I just laugh because it's data. I'm not thinking it's data. For example, now, an average WhatsApp message is 800 to 1,500 per message. So you now say 5,000 naira is your budget per day. Do you know what that means? The maximum of message you can get for that day is 5. So what is 5 out of maybe 2.5 million targets or audience? What is 5? It makes no significant impact. And that's how you waste your money. It doesn't. It's not even up to a drop of water in an ocean. A drop of water in an ocean is much more than it. I hope you are getting it. So as a small business, the smallest budget you can have, smallest budget is even poor but not optimal, is 10,000 naira per day. So if you are planning to run for 7 days as a small business, that is 70,000. So if you don't have that 70,000, don't even start. Don't bother. If not, your money will fly. Air money. It will fly without wing. It's very, very important. And because your budget is small, your target should also be small. You should not target the audience that is maximum maybe 300. You cannot be using 10,000 naira per day budget to be targeting 1.2 million. You will waste it. Like you have so much to reach, but your budget cannot command it. But if it's still within 250, 300, it will still strike because that your 10,000, if done well, can reach up to like 15,000 people. Now multiply 15 times 7. You have reached a certain part of your audience within the time. And advertising is a game of number. The more people that you reach, the more likely to make a sales, not to make sales. So what will make that likely to make sales is the way you attend to them, the courtesy, the strategy, the tactics, the never let go, the sales closing ability. I hope we are learning. Yeah. If you are learning and you can hear me well, type I on the chat box. If you are learning and you can hear me very well, I want to see, type I on the chat box before we move on. I just want to confirm from one person and we move on. Okay, I've seen that. So it means you can hear me very well. All right. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Idia Atoyewole. Idia Atoyewole. Idia Atoyewole Oyeyele. Are you new here? Like I've not seen this name before. And even Chibugo Ewenike. Are you new? I know the regular people that I've been seeing now. You're new. Uh-huh. Okay, Chibugo, it simply means I've not been taking note of your name or you have not been responsive to your assignment and task. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. That's by the way, right? You want to be able to measure. I've also told you some little thing about, I see that iPhone. Do good to rename your device so that I can call your name. I don't want to be calling you iPhone. Thank you. Right? It's also very important to know what to measure. So if you are running lead generation, you want to measure how much is it costing you to get a lead. When you know how much it's costing you for somebody to come to your WhatsApp, you know that it will give you that kind of seriousness to make sure that anybody that comes to your WhatsApp, they must buy. Even if they're not buying, they give you a date. Even if they don't give you a date, they just give you something positive to know that, okay, if the person is not buying today, he's still coming back to me, I don't know when. And that's how you begin to build what we call LTV, lifetime value of a customer. Because when you are running advert, some people still don't get this thing. So when you run advert now and you spend 70,000, and you make only one sales, maybe that's things that you sell, maybe 20 or 30,000. So people say, around 70,000 advert. It's just even only one sales. But what they don't remember is that one sales, that same one customer can be with you for the next 5 years. But the only way you are able to get that person is just only the first cost. Maybe it's 1,500 that brought the person in. But the subsequent one for the next 5 years is not the other that is bringing the person again. No. That is how marketer, businessmen think. They don't think about the initial investment. They think about the long-term value of that customer, even when they are not running ads. So you want to measure what is the cost per lead. How much is it costing you to acquire one customer? It's very, very important to know. And that's why I'm giving you some number that an average this is this, an average that is that. Okay? How much is it costing you for transition from lead to customer? So lead, somebody send you his name, his number, just like we do too. We get all those things. Oh, I would likely to do these things, right? But we will still go further and say, okay, we also want to give value. Not everybody that will buy now. But because not everybody that wants to buy now, we don't just want to leave them on their own. Let's also build a community around them. Do you see that now? So what we are doing now is investment. Investment. That's what we are doing. And again, after this set, now the next set, we are not going to be doing any video again. So we can just talk about it. We do 1 day training and we share the course module 1 to 12. And that's it. You ask questions, we send you the module that will answer your question for you. Right? Or we explain to you one-on-one. So this is now going to be part of resource that we can even give as an handout for people for free. It's a system. So it's not just about people coming to WhatsApp. Okay, you now start calling again to put a voice to the person that is typing. People also appreciate there's a connection with voice notes, there's a connection with call. Oh, what time will be convenient for me to call you? Because you want to know more about them. So you need to know what to measure. What does it cost you to transition from 60 to 80% target that you want to say, oh, maybe, okay, like I want to have, let's say you said you want to have 100 leads. If you are telling yourself that I want to be having 100 people to make inquiry about my business, not necessarily sales, and every week, and you are running a WhatsApp ad, what you are basically saying is, let's even give you an average of 750 times 100. It simply means you are going to spend 75,000 naira. That's it. That's the math. Everything has a number. So if somebody says, oh, I need a 50, you have about two. So if you need 200, simply means you have leads to contact your business in the week. It simply means you need 150. There's no miracle about it. Then out of that, it might be only 2 or 5%, 10% that you convert. So let's say you spend 150 and you have 10%. 10% is even high for industry standard. Industry standard is actually 2%. That's 2 divided by, let's say, 200. Maybe 4 people will buy. So when you get across 2% of your leads that made eventual purchase, you have done well. If you don't know, you have done well. If you don't know. So it now depends on, okay, how much is each of your products? Is that product you are selling, is it 50K? Multiply it times 4. That does not mean other ones that have not converted. No, you still need to follow up. You still need to follow up. When you do 10%, you are good. So that is how it is. That's why we say the game of number. The more you have, so imagine you now have 1,000 leads, and you are also looking at 2% of that. So that's like 10. So that's how the marketing marketer look at it. So if somebody wants to have a conference and they say, oh, this conference, you want 2,000 people, we have 2,000 capacity, or to be on this live conference. Somebody that wants to generate lead is not looking for 2,000 leads to do that. Oh. If you want to feed that up, you need 10,000 leads to feed that 2,000 up. So if they are not saying, oh, how much is it going to cost us? And you already know, like, it's 750. It's a number. You multiply it by 10,000. That's 7.5 million. That's how marketers get to know all these things. That's it. We're going to spend 7.5 million to have 2,000 people feed the up. So, do the math. One lead is 750 naira. Do the math, sir. Because you need to know your number. This is not even business. This is beyond your business. I'm going into media planning now. You need to know your number because it's the only number that can make things that you are doing transparent. If you don't know your number, even as a business owner, you'll be giving wrong price. You'll be giving wrong price. You need to know how much that costs you to get to your pricing level to even know whether you are breaking even or not. So running ads is beyond just going to Facebook and be clicking. The least thing to do is to be clicking. What goes on before clicking is the main work, the strategy, putting numbers to everything, your KPI, what you want to achieve. Those are the things that actually matter. System works, system fail, not ad channel. System works, people fail. People are working, machine are learning. I will explain what that means. So if you don't have a system, your ad will fail. Like I said when we started this, boosting random status updates because you say, oh, boost this, it will reach 2,000 people. They want to suck your money. Oh. Don't do it. Don't do it. Low quality production. That's what I said. If you want to run ads and you want to get results, you cannot just do anyhow AI thing and say you already have this thing. Let people that are doing quality video. It is of 10,000 naira. You see all of them on Instagram now. Instagram and Facebook advertising, do video for your business. 10,000 is okay. Sacrifice that 10,000 for quality creative for your business. We have said it time without number in some of our previous training. You cannot be hiding price. DM is not a way to go. Not automating like your quick reply, your catalog, as in anticipating it out of your product ready. You are slow to respond, the customer comes in, you have no response, it's 5 minutes. See, if you know that you are not going to be able to attend to customer, don't run ads. I feel bad anytime I'm scrolling on social media and I see people's adverts left unattended to. And people are talking, people are saying, I'm interested. People are saying, how could I get started? And nobody there to even say anything. I was like, why did you run advert in the first place? That is part of the system. Who is going to attend to this? If there's nobody to be attend to it, there's no need to run the advert. Don't burn your money. Failing to deploy custom pixel, let's just call it measurements. What can help you know how many people that landed on your page and all that? So not to make it a big deal, is measurements. So you want to measure which state they are coming from, are they male, are they female, what their age bracket, so that you can work with data better. So if you are not doing all that, it's not also going to help you. Then what do you need to do? Don't do boosting. Run a structured ad from Ads Manager. There's Meta Ads Manager. You can download it after this class, even to your phone. There's mobile app, there's system one. So I usually use laptop most of the time. Showcase your packaging, whatever you are doing, even when you are giving, even local, not only international, when you are giving something to dispatch, take a permission, when the dispatch collect it, when it's about to leave the gate of your estate or anywhere you are, your shop, do all those things. That's how business build transparency and trust. Build a simple converting checkout. Like, don't be that person that somebody will come to you and send you message on Messenger, maybe Facebook Messenger or Instagram DM, and you're not dropping your WhatsApp message and say, okay, reach out to us on WhatsApp. What is that? Why don't you close the visit that place? Maybe it's that nanoseconds that that person need. It's called nanoseconds. That person have to just attend to that. You now postpone it. The person will just move on to another thing. This one is not ready. So it's very important that you take note of all these things. Okay. So anytime, might not be now, that you want to start your ad, know that one, you cannot run ad for less than 7 days. If you are planning to run ad less than 7 days, abort the mission. Don't even bother. You are going to waste your money. And one of the best kind of creatives that you can use to run ad is UCG. And I'm going to show you an example of some of the ads that I've run for businesses in that aspect. Okay. Um, then your week one, you can see it. If you want to do this in that, your week one, you build your creatives and all that. Your week two, focus on meta and that you want to do. Again, add that click to WhatsApp is the most easiest for small businesses. Yeah. And it also give that consideration, it also give that conversation. A lot of people want to ask questions before they even make purchase decision, right? Then after that, you'll be able to see data so that you can deploy and that. So when you see the creative, remember what I mean by creative, the design. So again, very important. You cannot just have one video or one image and say you want to run ad. Minimum of 6 and above. Minimum of 6 and above, because you cannot determine which particular of those design or your videos that will resonate with people. Only system that can determine that. You don't have the data. It's the platform that have the data. So why are you doing that? So that you can now push more budget to the one that is doing well and turn off all the ones that are not doing well. That's it. So those are the things that happen even before you think of uh, running ad. In closing, before I will now open I'll get out of this is I'll show you some of these things so that you can still visualize how it is. In closing, meta ads don't create customer. Very important, you know. Your advert, any platform you do, either TikTok or whatever it is, don't create customer. It only creates opportunity. Your sales process, how you get the leads, how you follow up on them, will determine whether those opportunities become revenue, which you call sales money, right? Our next tomorrow is finding global buyer without ads. So I'm going to teach you some things like lead scraping and all that. But while we are still on this, I will show you some example of some things. I will start with our creative. Some of you have seen those creatives, but you are going to see it in will I call it a different way? Not really a different way like that. But just for you to know that if you are not telling a story, if people cannot resonate with your creative, with your video, in fact, you must do video. Video is winning big time. If people cannot relate with it, you know you have no business in running ads, and you must take into consideration different customers level. I will show you something now. Let me share it. When we want to run our ads, uh, let me show you how many creatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, I said minimum of 6, right? I hope you can see my screen very well. To speak with different people, can you see UCG? What does that mean? User generated content, just like somebody that have used our service or something, right? Full stops. Food for living abroad. You can see different audience because different message resonate with you. Fashion, logistic agents. Can you see? You cannot do one size fits all when it's come to marketing. You are going to test. In fact, the more you test, the better it is for marketing. Let me play this. Some of you might have seen it, some of you might have not seen it. Let me play this.
Nobody tells you about shipping.
I will stop this now. I will share it so that you can hear the sound. So if you are sharing something like this, if you don't share sound, you won't hear it. So we are here now. Let me play this now.
You know what nobody tells you about shipping goods abroad? That most of these logistics companies will smile with you, collect your money, and then leave you stranded. I shipped something to the UK last year, and for 3 whole weeks, nobody could tell me where my package was. 3 weeks! Until I found Send for Me and everything changed. From the moment I dropped my cargo, they kept me updated, they picked up every single call, and my package reached the UK safe and on time. No missing or damaged items, no stories. So if you ship to the UK, Canada, US, or Europe regularly, then let Send for Me ship for you. They handle cargo for individuals, brokers, and businesses and are fast, secure, and reliable. Contact them with the number on your screen now.
So if you look at this particular video very well, what just happened in this video is small thing. The video takes into consideration pain points. Pain point first. What is the problem? First, pain point. After the pain points, provide a solution and connect the solution with them. So, and that is a user, somebody that has used it before talking. Guess what? For some of you that don't know, that thing is actually an AI. It's an AI video. Yeah, and that can cost you, if you don't know how to do it yourself, it can cost you as low as 5 to 10,000. But it's an AI, but it's a realistic AI. Realistic AI. So that's it. And that will talk more better about your business than just design one thing. Imagine we just see, come and use Send for Me to send whatever you want to send to US, UK, Canada, boom, and we put all the price. That's the end. You know what they call wakapas? People will just business, but you see the story. There's power in storytelling. That is just one of the video. Let me show you another one. Maybe this is
the easiest way to grow your foodstuff.
Maybe this is the one that most of you see. So when it comes to ad again, you cannot just do one size fits all. You have to test different things.
Way to grow your foodstuff business.
Look at the same.
The easiest way to grow your foodstuff business is not always finding new customers. It is about serving your diaspora customers exactly how they love it. Fresh Nigerian foodstuffs delivered directly to their doorstep in the UK, US, Canada, and Europe, without them waiting or having to find a way to get it themselves. That is exactly what Send for Me Cargo solves for your business. You sell, we ship. Because right now, there are Nigerians abroad searching for egusi, ogbono, every authentic Nigerian ingredient they cannot find over there or can find but at triple the price. The only thing standing between you and that sale is reliable international shipping. Door-to-door delivery from your shop in Nigeria straight to your customer's address in the UK in 5 to 7 days, or USA, Europe, and
Did you see that? We don't just say, oh, let's just talk. Story that you can relate with. Some of you watching it and look as if, this person is talking to me. These people are talking to me. So that is how your content, your creative should look like. Now, I will also open the ads manager. Remember, I told you that if you don't have a laptop, you can also download it for your phone, Meta Business Suite. So if I want to go to Meta Business Suite, you must have signed it to your Facebook. Even on your phone, you must have signed it so that it will allow you to go. So I can just say facebook.com/ads manager. You can use it to run ad across all the platform. So you can have one ads manager. I have several because I do for client too. So you can select anyone that you are currently using for that ads. So I'm going to explain something to you. This is an ad that's supposed to comment this evening, some comments in the afternoon. There's some that's supposed to comment this evening. I use day pattern for it. So look at this now. So I told you this ad just started today. But because I'm aware today, in fact, this afternoon, because I'm aware, somebody that did not know will say, ah, thing is not working. Because I know that this thing is still on learning phase. It cannot pick up, right? But this is what is our record this around this afternoon. So can you see 7 results? Meaning 7, this one is messaging and this is website, right? This one has reached about 2,000. This one has reached about 1,000. This message ad, with this 7 message, this guy have spent, let us say 7,000, 6,876. So can you see, when I say it's an average of 750 to 1,500, but at the end of maybe day 4, this would drastically go down, maybe to up to 500. So that you can have an idea of how this budgeting work. If I click this thing now and I come into the ad level here, you can see that it's not just only one. We have 1, we have 2, the same thing, different people. We have 3. But guess what? This is why you need to use more than one. I'm using only 3 to test this. But guess what? These 3 ads were the same time. Only this one has 3, 7. This other one does not have anything. It's just simply tell you that this first one here that you have here, it's more resonating to the audience than these 2 other one. That's what the system is telling you. But I will not just kill it prematurely like this. I will leave it till tomorrow because I know it's between 48 to 72 hours before the ad really peaks. But this one is already winning. So at the end of 48 hours, if I find out that these guys are still not doing well, what I will do, I will just turn off all this one and leave this one and put all the budget to this. And this is the reason why you should never run ad with one design, one creatives. Prepare as many as possible. This is one. Let me show you another one. This one is to WhatsApp. This one is to website. And both are strictly Instagram ads. Look at this one too. So can you see learning phase? Because it's just this evening, this one is coming up. Can you see learning phase? Learning phase simply means I've not started. Oh, yes, somebody that did not know is just inactive. But me, I know that this advert have not started. Learning phase. Learning phase. So it's until the ads get out of the learning phase before it's now active, before it's now performing. But a lot of people stop their ad where the ad is still learning about the audience that resonates. Look at this one. This is another set. So I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for different messaging. But it's already obvious that people are more resonant with this because all of them go at the same time. It's already obvious that these people are more resonant with it. Why this one is having only 20 reach, 300 and almost 300 reach. This one is already have 1,993 reach. It simply means people are resonating with this one. And if you check how much is costing per click, you already see. So about 6 people, where's that one of yeah, about 8 people have come to this one. So when you see CPM, for every 1,000 people that sees this one, the system charge 1,933 for every 1,000. So if you're also looking at, oh, I want 20,000 people to see my ad in a day, which is called impression, CPM, cost per impression. It simply means multiply this by that 1,000 that you want, it will give an idea of how much your budget is. This is maths. It's nothing. It's math. You can see the cost per every click, 300. This one is say 300. This one is say 140. This one is say 550. This one is say 375. But if you are not testing, right? Can see click-through rate, how much it resonates with people. But if you are not testing, this one is currently winning here, but it's not the one that have the highest view, right? But if you are not testing, there's no way you will know this. At the end of 75, 72 hours, I will have known the one that is best, and I will turn off the one that are not doing fine. Like I said before, creative is one of the best. This art is even less than 3 or 4 hours, right? Creatives is the best thing that you can do. This is the one that was running before now. I've turned it off now because I'm done with it, but I'm going to show you this one that I run through the month of June. Let me just show you something there so that you can learn there too. So targeting is not even a thing in 2026. So these ads have about 701 leads. You people are part of 701 lead. So what we are doing now is we are nurturing the leads, right? Did you get that? You are part of this 701 lead. Then for that period, this ad reached 161,000 people. Do you understand? 161,000 people. So as of June 1st, I think I started this in, can't even remember the June. Is it June 16 or June 4? As of June 4, so for all the period, this guy is saying it's WhatsApp. Lead, then come to WhatsApp. This guy is saying um impression, how many times it display is different from people see. So people that see it for at least 3 seconds is this 161. How many times Facebook serve people? Some of you are served the advert and you don't know that they have served you an advert. So whether you know or not, Facebook has pushed it to you. There's someone advert that is running on your feed that you don't even blink. So Facebook served this advert to people 298,000, almost 3,000, 300,000. But guess what? It's only 161 people that actually see that minimum of 3 seconds. That's what Facebook counts as count. Did you get that? And it take like almost 2,000 for 1,000 for every thousand, right? And frequency, how many times people see, each person sees like at least 2 times, each person that saw this ad. Then you can see the daily budget. Yeah, you can see 40,000 daily budget here, right? And if this advert did not get out of learning space on time today, I might increase it to 40,000. And I'm going to tell you the reason. When your budget is a bit high, your ad go out of learning phase fast. Learning phase sometimes waste your money, right? So if not to waste your money on learning phase, when your budget is high, it's get out of learning phase fast to that stable and peak period. And once it's stable and peak period, you don't just reduce your budget back immediately, directly. Like this one, I started with 50,000. I started reducing small, 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 small. You don't just take your budget back and started reducing it. You cannot just take your budget and reduce from 50,000 to 2,000 to 20,000. That is like 60%. The algorithm will reset you back to learning phase. So what do? You'll be reducing it small, small, maybe from 50 to 40, from 40 to 35, from 35 with the interval of 48 hours. So algorithm will still make it. If not, your ad will reset and the cost will go high. I hope you are. See, learning these things are more important than clicking. Clicking is the most easiest thing to do when it comes to ad. If you don't understand some of these basics, I don't know what to say about that. Okay, so if you look at this ad, I can't remember the exact date that we start, but I guess it's 18. I guess it's 18. So let's see what happens so that you understand part of the thing. As at 18, so I'm going to select only 18th of June. Look at 18th of June. Can you see the cost? Do you see that? 1,000. 209, almost 1,300 per WhatsApp message. And that day we have 44 leads. And that day we spent 57,000, right? We spent 57,000 that day. Then, but because I know what is going on, I'm not panic. Because I have basic understanding of things that I'm teaching you right now, I don't bother. On 19th, the second day, do you see what happened? So at this second days, by the way, let me show you how many creatives that is running here. So can you see how many creatives? Four creatives. So as at the second day, I've already know the winning ads, which is this first one. What did I do? I still give like two of this one. So can you see the first 24 hours? This one already have 59 leads. This one have 22. This one and this one does not have anything. I don't need any oracle to tell me that this one will not fly. So I stop it instead of started wasting my money. I just stop it. So imagine you are not testing. You'll be wasting your money. You think you are doing well. So can you see? It has dropped. It has dropped. Let's go to 20 again. Can you see? Because it's not really that particular one that is not drop. Because you have 5 there, the cost of other ones that are taking high will not be eating into that one too. That is why you stop anyone that is not doing well and push the budget to the one that is doing well. So can you see the way it's going? Sometimes in the morning it go up. So in the morning there's more bargain. Can you see it again now? So it's only testing. So let me even come in now. So if I come to the all of them too. So can you see 379? Do you see that? But if it's only one creative that you are using, there's no way you will be able to see all this. So you are going to be leveraging. So it's not just like, oh, run ad and you fold your hand and you have been waiting for a miracle. It is not miracle. Oh. You have to check the number, check the system. You can see the way I'm giving you number. It's very important. There's no way a client will call me something. I'll be giving you like your number off, and if you tell me that, oh, the money is too much, I'll say, okay, I said one is 750 naira, right? Good. If you said it's too much, reduce the number of what you want then. That's what I'm going to tell you. If you say, oh, I want 500 customers to reach out to me, I say, okay, multiply it by 750. That's what I'm going to tell you. If you say it's too much, I say, the only thing is you can reduce it. Because numbers don't lie. Reduce it. So can you see it? But remember, this ad started at almost 1,300. Remember? But it has getting out of learning phase at this time. So it's not balanced. So if you see the cost go high, it's one of the other creative that I have not paused that will make the cost go high. Like that. Can you see it starts to drop again? And by this time, I'm sure I've paused almost all of this. Can you see? You can see now, I've not even come to this place to tell you. I say at this time, I'm sure I've always paused something. As at this time, I've know the winning ads because this is like almost a week after 18, 19, 20. So by 21, the ad is already stable. So there's no need to be thinking A or B again. I just come here, guys, you can't be wasting my money. I turn everything off. Can you see it here? I'm just telling you how you should run. You should never run ad with one creatives. Don't do that. Don't do that. So can you see this guy alone? Oh yeah, the entire budget. Push it to it. Only you spend it. I say you have 60 leads in a day, 60 customers in a day. And that's good. So that is how you do ads. You can see different ads I've run before. Oh my God. These are some ads that I did during November, December last year. It was crazy. I was running for boat cruising, Ikogosi, Federal Palace Hotel, Jara Beach, Isimi, if you know some of those places, those are heavy, heavy ads. Those are heavy, heavy, heavy. I think we spend about 7 million naira on ads. You don't need to start at that level. I'm just trying to tell you, but that is a whole lot of testing. Yeah, it's a whole lot of testing. Let me even check this. You see, can you see each of these ads? You can see what they are spending, 300 and something, 600 and something. Wow, this Jara Beach and boat cruise, people, damn. Each of the coast cruise is like 150,000. We sold out this boat cruise. You can see. In fact, at a point, I was just trying to reduce the budget because this boat cruise was just flying anyhow. Imagine you have 6 people, 150K for a boat cruise, and guess what? How much do you use to acquire them? Less than 2,000 naira. You leave there to be going now. What is 2,000 naira out of 150K on boat cruise? So can you see? But these things require a whole lot of testing, testing, testing. There's no one way you will see anyone, anyone of this thing with just one creatives. Multiple testing before we now arrived. So the first 1 week is basically for testing to see which creatives is going to do the best. And if I repeat this ad, I pause this ad for now. If I repeat this ad, I want it to continue again. This guy will still win all of them again. So I will not even need to use all this one anymore. Can you see that I say on? I just need to turn it on. I turn it on because we have some other things to attend to right now. I just turn it off. If I turn it on, I don't need to bother about all this because this I've tested, I've proven. And if I still do it again, you still go to give me statistically. And there's a way I can also check. So there's something called um experiments. Yeah. Where is that in again, sir? Autos. There's something called experiment that you can also experiment to see, yep, yeah, to see what if you use this creative versus this creative or this placement versus this placement. What do I mean by creative? You know that one that is designer. What do I mean by placement versus placement? Instagram placement, Facebook placement. Not just that. Instagram reel, Facebook, Instagram reel, Instagram field. So you can test for different things, but at a minimal level, you're creative. So it's not even about your targeting. I hope you are learning. So again, clicking on the platform is the easiest things to do. But the work that goes beyond creatives, design, the kind of caption to use, the storytelling approach, those are the main work. So basically, if you want to create ad, if you just click create now, can you see create? I'll go back just in case you don't know how to get to this place. Just in case you don't know how to get to this place. What you just need to do is you've already logged into your Facebook. From your Facebook search, or even while scrolling down here, there's what you see Ad Manager. If you don't see it here, either on your phone too, you can download Ad Manager, Meta Ad Manager on your phone. You can also come to this search and say ADS Manager. Okay? ADS Manager. So it should take you to Ad Manager. If you don't want to do that, if in as much that I've already signed up with Facebook, you can still go to facebook.com/Ad Manager. So by this time, you already have your creative ready, your design. So I have so most likely most of you will have one account. But as a media buyer, I need to have multiple accounts in case of necessity. You know how Meta used to do sometimes. So that no matter how, it's not just multiple accounts with different users. So that when one ad account fuck up, that does not stop the work. Pick up the next one. If they block one user, pick up the next one to the next user. Did you get that? So I have several that I can always use. Yeah, so because you cannot just bank. That's why you see influencers having backup, because they can block their account anytime. So once you get to the ads manager, the first thing you come to the create. Then you can see different ad objectives. If you are not looking for sales, you just want people to know that you exist and you are a new product, this is what you need. Awareness. What does that mean? It will show your ad to people who are most likely to remember that they saw your ad. In marketing terms, what you are measuring this time is called ad recall. That's what they call it, ad recall. I don't know, maybe you have seen something on Facebook one time, you just see something will come, they'll say, do you remember seeing this ad in the last 2 weeks? Oh, did you buy from did you make a purchase from this? All those things, ad recall. I try to test. I don't know if any one of you have seen something like that. Traffic, another objective. If you are a blogger or something that you just want to send people to your destination, like a website, like app, Instagram profile, that's where you need this. Especially if you need click, 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 click. That's where you need it. If you want people to come and ask about your business, you don't need this. If you want people to come and chat to you on WhatsApp, you don't need this awareness too. Engagement. If you want video views, like, share, followers, they call it vanity metrics. That's where you need this. Okay? If you need people to fill a form, right, either on your website or on Instagram, on the Facebook, that's where you use the lead. Especially things that people need to think about before they make a decision, like cars, real estate, traveling, whatever it is. That's when you use that. App promotion, you have app, you want people to download it. That's simple enough. You want to make sales, this is where you are coming to. But if your business is brand new, before you jump to making sales, it's still very important, good for you to do this awareness for like, even if it's just a week. Why? Because awareness is cheap, but it's not good to make you sales. 1,000 impression CPM for awareness can be as low as even 400 to 500. Because the purpose is not to make you sales. If you make sales from it, it's just a miracle. It's just a by the way. Because the objective is not met to make you sales. The objective is to be able to reach as many as more people in a very shortest time. If you want to reach as many as much people in a very short time, that is what you need. Reach. It's called reach and frequency. You can also have reach and frequency that, oh, there's some businesses I used to, and I still work with media communication agency, like advertising agency. There's some big brand that will say, okay, what they are looking for is reach and impression. They are not say they know where they are getting their sales. So they can just come and say, okay, our KPI is to reach 5 million people. Impression, that's what they need now. So once you run advert and you are seeing 5 million, you are done. That's it. So this is what you need. They are not talking about sales. Yeah, it's also business object, but as a small business, what you need is sales. So you come in here. So even if the sales is through WhatsApp, you come here. Can you see it there? But again, this is not a promise. Say find people that are likely to purchase your product or service. Likely people that already system has the people that have the data of buying online, but you don't have the data. So it's going to likely send your advert to such people. So whatever it is, let's say we want sales now. I can just click this. I'm going to do very simple things. So I can just call it Nigeria export growth up at July 2026. So let me just quickly do this so that you see how simple it is. So we have 3 stages in advert. We have what called ad level. That's where you choose your objectives and campaign budget. I will explain the difference between this. So we have, so this is object. Then here we also have what we call buying type. There's 2 types of buying type. The most common one most people will have is auction type. So it simply means you are bidding with other people too. That is why in the daytime, your ad costs will go on because there are so many people around the world that are awake, that are active. So you are competing with all of them. That is why in the night, and early in the morning. For example, now in Nigeria, early in the morning between the 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., the ad is very cheap. Why? Because people in Europe, most of them are sleeping. So there's less bidding. Did you get that? So you can also do what we call day parting. Maybe you can schedule your ad to be showing only that time that is cheap as well. So reserve, it means you are not competing with anybody. Facebook will give you your own audience. So if you say you want to reach 150 million people, by the way, there's no 150 million people in Nigeria. Yes, there's over 2 billion, over 1 billion across the world for Facebook, but there's no Nigeria, as at the last time I checked, still about, I think, 40 million. Yeah, thereabout. I think it's about 40 million, according to the latest data this year. Data reporter. Data reporter 2026, Nigeria. I just want to verify that, but I know we are not yet on 50 million. Still uh, about 40 million. At the time, we are 35 million. I think it's getting to that 40 million now. So, Facebook. I just want to check the summary. Yeah. So, direct penetration. Yeah. Nigeria was home of 47.8 million social media user. Social media user. This is excluding all social media, not everything. So, you will see the breakdown of that and the age bracket as well. I'm just quickly trying to see how many of that is of Facebook. These are just some data. It's a whole full data and it's current 2026. Yeah, so why should YouTube be the first one there? Okay, let me see. YouTube, you can see the YouTube. Yeah, Facebook as of 2026, 38 million. Yeah, I'm correct. 38 million, right? Facebook, let's see. Data published in Meta advertising results indicate that Facebook had 38 million users in Nigeria as of this time. So there's a lot in that data, but just for you to know. So it's reservation that this is commonly called reach and frequency. So what the difference between this is, this one you bid with other people. So your cost can go high. You cannot determine your cost, can go high, can go low based on people in the auction. This one, it simply means once you reserve it, Facebook is going to reserve it for only you. But the one thing is about this thing is, if you reserve it, it will tell you how, in fact, you will know how much you are going to spend before you even start the ad. So if you want a month, you want to reach 500 people and you select it, Facebook is not going to compete. You are not going to compete with any audience. They are going to reserve that 500 people for you. But whatever you say you are going to spend, you cannot pause the ad. You will spend it. You cannot pause it. It will still spend it because they have reserved it for you. You are the one that you said you want special delivery. So that is what this one means. And it's mostly big businesses that use this. Yeah. Yes. But big businesses. Yeah. And you can even predict the outcome of your adverts before you start with reach and frequency. If time permits us, I'm going to show you some things on. Is that not going to be too advanced on media planning? Okay. Anyway, I will try if time permits us. But just for you to know, majority of you will be using auction. That's what you're going to even see by default. Even when you select, you might not even know that. But there's two buying types. Objective select is this. If you want to use a catalog, you say yes or no. Catalog is you have a website where all your product is. But this one, we don't want any catalog. So campaign budget optimization, it simply means you have plenty ad and you want the system to spread the budget that you are putting there across all the ad. Then the system should apportion the one more budget to the one that is performing best, the one that resonates more with people. That's what that means. And I think I do that a lot. Then asset is equal, right? Divide budget equal to our cost. So whether it's the one that is going well or not, just equal. So that's just different. Then you can have daily budget and lifetime budget. I don't do lifetime budget. So, and what's the reason? Because I might want to run a campaign for more than 1 year, 2 years. I have some campaign that I've been running for some companies, even for extra large, that have spanned more than a year. But if I choose lifetime budget and I select from July to August, by that August, even if that ad is performing excellent well, it will stop. So that's why, but if you choose daily budget, it can continue to eternity. Did you get that? So, like I said, I cannot budget less than 20K, depend on how many audience you want to reach. And again, when you budget 20K, that does not mean you are going to spend exact 20K. You're still going to be reaching about 30K, 35K. Can you see? Your maximum daily limit will be around 35. Do you get that? Based on what you say, and weekly will be 140. So if I'm to spend one and I want to do 1 week advert, I should have 140 somewhere. That is what that English simply means. So this one, budget scheduling, it means I can determine, I can set when the system should increase my budget. So you might not need that right now. You might not need that right now. A/B testing, like I might want to test for different things at the end of the day. I can test for creative, I mean your design, right? Your images, your video. I can test for audience, Lagos versus Ibadan. I can test for placement, Instagram Reel versus Facebook Reel, and all that. Somebody, sir, I don't understand. Let me know that one you don't understand so that I can explain. Yeah, thank you. So normally I can say, oh, you don't need all these things. Just put your budget and move on. But yes, but I still just want to understand what some of these things means. Break down. What is this? The special ad categories, you don't need that really, because this is for if you are running a campaign that has to do about housing, employment, financial product. That's only when you do this, and that is not your feed in that sense. I'm still looking at the chart to let me know the particular thing you say you didn't understand. Chibugo, Ewenike, please let me know so that I can talk about that. So what we did here is we've labeled our campaign level where we choose the visually. Things I choose here is objectives. We have choose our objectives and our campaign budget, what we want to do because we choose campaign budget optimization, right? So the next one, you can just click next here, or I can just click asset. Asset level is where you set the age bracket. So here now, instead of naming this, I want to name it conversion so that because if I have met, can see plenty ad the other time, so that I'll be able to identify which one is which one. That's why you're doing this. So on this conversion here, since if you want to run a WhatsApp, you just click here. Most time you just see all this, you're like, where's WhatsApp? Where's WhatsApp? Can see there's no WhatsApp in this one. This second part where you have symbol here, you click it and you scroll. I see messaging destination. That is where you will see WhatsApp. So, and even when you are running WhatsApp, so you can select the page you are using. You can say I have plenty pages, even client pages. So here now, you might say, oh, I don't want my ads to be coming to Messenger. So if you don't want that, you can change it to manual destination, reselect this. If you want only WhatsApp, select Instagram as well out. You want to just be attending to them on Instagram. So before, you can only use one WhatsApp for business. Again, only WhatsApp for business will work here. You can connect number here. If it's not WhatsApp for business, it won't work. So let's make that clear. And that's why yesterday we only talk about WhatsApp for business. So you can see before you can only collect one number, but now you can connect up to 50 numbers. And out of those 50 numbers, I've had those numbers and I know what each different business these numbers are connected. This is same for you, this is same for me, this is same for me, UK, a lot of stuff, sha. So you can connect up to that. So let's say this is the number that we want to use. We select it. So it simply means the messaging will be coming to this number. So you also need to be careful of which particular business owner or number, whatever it is that is coming. Then on performance optimization, we want to select maximum number of messaging conversion because it's message. If it's the website you are doing, you select this one. Don't ever select click. Click, you have plenty click, but you will not have messages. So it's not click. Very important. It is not click. Then You see this one, maximum number of purchase through messages. This is actually the best if you want to make sales. So all these things are little details that you need to looking for. You can see this guy is saying estimated 39 to 46 million, estimated. Yeah. So you don't need to select end day, just select start day, especially you are using daily budget. So it will automatically start. Audience, yeah. Audience here, these are existing audience that have tested for some things. You can create your own audience. By default, you will see Nigeria on location now. Let's say I want to target only somebody in Delta State, or can say Asaba. Immediately I say Asaba, say Asaba city in Delta State. Okay, if I want only Asaba, I don't want to go to Agbo or some other places or outside Asaba. Can see this has changed to, oh, you can only reach 2 to 3 million in Asaba. I will come here, I will say current city only. If I didn't say current city only, it will go outside of the radius to any places that near Asaba. It can even enter Onitsha, Anambra State. So I will select current city only. So can you see the number I've reduced to? Yeah. So that's how we do things like that. So every other one you want to select, you're selecting it. So when we want to do, you can see this pinpointing as I've already. So if you say reach more people outside this, I don't want to reach anybody outside Asaba. Because sometimes you just want your thing, because again, places that you cannot deliver, you don't want to do that. Immediately I do that, can you see that this thing has reduced? So if we are a small budget person that is doing 10,000, is coming at your level. You cannot be targeting million when you have 10,000 per day. So can you see this is still looking good for you, right? So on setting, most businesses that has purchasing power is not for the people of 18 years or whatever. So again, you can select, maybe depend on your business and depend on your business. For this kind of our business, I don't do nothing less than 25 to like 55. Yeah, for this type of business, or to 50. There's some product that I don't target anybody less than 40K and 40 years old. Yeah, it depends on that based on a lot of stuff. So before we used to do detailed targeting here, people that are interested in this, people are interested in that, but this is dead. Tell anybody that says targeting is dead. Yeah, you can do all the targeting. If your video, if your creatives cannot hook people under 3 seconds, if your design cannot, is not an attention grabber under 3 seconds, all your stuff as waste. I mean, whatever you say you're targeting. So don't bother yourself with this. But before is very important. But just in case you want to know, what are the things that we do here? The targets, engage, things like engage shopper, people that have history of, what that mean is engage shopper. Engage shopper means people that have history of buying, right? Then if your thing stuff is also what you can sell to other people, maybe consumable or stuff, we are in July now, and you can also target people that their birthday is in July. Hmm? Do you understand? Birthday in July. Maybe you are doing resort or something. There's different way you can target people. Wedding anniversary. You can also tag. So if you are doing foreign now, right? You want to do people that want to buy things, Nigerian diaspora. You can also target frequent international travelers. Frequent travelers. Can you see frequent international travelers? These are just examples of some of those things. But like I said, targeting is dead. Let your creative do the work. So if I want to target Manchester, Birmingham, I should just select Birmingham, Manchester from the location, straight up from the location here. I just say Birmingham. So that's it. Right? Placement. Where did I want my ads to display? So we have all this control, all device. If you don't want, maybe you are selling expensive stuff and you believe that people that are using iPhone, they have money, right? Some people believe like that, which is not true. Some big man use Android. Some like Samsung. So if you think that it's only iPhone, you can come here and say only anybody that is using iPhone. If you are using Android, please don't see my ad. That's what this means. If you want to target only people that are using Android too, if you want to do the combination of the two, you are also still welcome. If you want people that, oh, only when they are on Wi-Fi, your ads should show to them. Because there's so many options. So this is across all Facebook. If you want your advert to, I want my advert to show on only Instagram, you turn it off. You turn it off. Only on Instagram. If you want your advert to show only on Facebook, you put Facebook alone, you shut down the one. Remember, I talked about audience network. Audience network, I said outside Facebook platform. That's why I say audience network, like streaming media like Spotify, Boomplay, YouTube Music, Truecaller, all those free apps that you to download that say, why they, you don't ask yourself why they are giving you free. They are getting royalty from your ads and you are the product. Yeah, that's by the way. Okay. So after you set all this, and the last stage, which is add level, that's where you add your creatives. Okay, so I can still say this. So if I have different one, I can say O1, I can differentiate it by O1, I can differentiate it by audience, even people that I want to talk to. So after you do that, you can upload the image or video that I want to use from here. That's from create out. Then if you also have the video or creatives or carousel, whatever it is, already on your page, you can come here and say use existing posts. So I will advise you as a small business owner to also have a social proof on your page. Use existing posts. Any design, either video that I want to use for your ad, use existing posts as a small business and business owner. So that even when the ad stop, all the metrics, all the engagement, everything still remain on your page. And when people will see that, oh, this person is having view, they will not know that you have used that creative to run ad before. Did you get that? So when you say use existing post, so you can click, you will see posts from Facebook, posts from Instagram, you can select it, you click OK, and voila, your ad is here. So because the same message you have already given it from those places too, you have it here too. So this is like saying you are testing one. If I want another one, I can click here and say duplicate. No, I don't want this long duplicate. I'll say quick duplicate. So instead of start all over again, I can call this one O2. Why am I doing that? Just be able to differentiate the one that is doing well at the end of the day. So this one too, since I want to use existing image, all I need to do is I will select this again. Let's say the other one that I want to pick is something that is on Facebook, right? I will select Facebook. I'll select it. So can you see that? So again, this is how you can add as many as possible creatives. So I can scroll up and call this O3. So at the end of that, I say, is that O2 that is working well? This O1 and O3 is not working well, right? I can change the creative again. Right now, when it comes to add, I can say this one is even saying quality. Creative is the king. So when I select this one again, so you just continue. And at the end of the day, you click preview and publish. I'm not going to publish it because there's money on this account so that it will not go. I'm just using this to do a demo of how easy to run ads. Where you should focus on your energy is having a good creatives, right? So having a good creative, if you don't know how to do it, pay for it, let them do it for you. Now, in 1 minute, I would just like somebody to just tell me what your business is. So are you into food or whatever it is? So the first person that type, I will just do how easy you can use AI to do your strategy so that you have an idea about your business. And we round up. Anyone, I'm looking at the chart, your business, I'm this, I'm into food. I'm into this, I'm into fashion. I'm this, I'm into whatever. So the first person that type, I will just pick that and show you that and we round up for tonight. 1, I'll be counting 20 seconds. If I don't have anything there, it simply means we are good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So everybody on this call, there's nobody that has business that wants me to do strategy for. We are good. So take time. Again, you don't necessarily need to be the one to run ad for yourself, but it's good for you to have an idea of it. And it's also good for you to do it yourself to also save costs as a small business. Most of the small businesses survive up to today because of one thing: know-how. Know-how simply means ability not to pay for everything. A lot of business die before 5 years because they have to pay for every damn thing. Every damn thing. They have to pay for it. So that is it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll continue with organic feasibility. Today is paid feasibility. Tomorrow, organic feasibility. So we are done with this ad. We just click publish and we wait for it to be active and it's done. But I don't need this. I just use this for demonstration purpose. So I can come here. I don't need it. I can trash it. Wow. So why this one is still going? And in case you are wondering, how are you going to fund your account is also easy. So when you get to this point, here you see billing and payment. Immediately you click billing and payment, you will see how much balance that you have. Your account, for example, this account has 33,000 naira now. You can just click add. So there's also bank transfer, there's a card, there's USSD. So any option that is okay for you. You can see bank transfer, you can see USSD, you can see Naira. So if you do this one, your Naira ATM will not work with this debit or credit card. It's only dollar card that will work. So if you want to pay with your ATM, use this one that say pay in Naira, VAL, Visa, Master, Naira. This will not work for you. It's only people that have USD card, Euro card, or Pounds card that this one will work with. But again, a lot of people will prefer this. Most times now, immediately they have this feature, a lot of time I do this bank transfer. So just fund the money. For example, if I said I want to fund 1.3 million, which I will not do, and I will not advise for you to do, even if your hard budget is 1.3 billion, break it down, fund it 100K. Because if anything happen, let's say you fund 1.3 million naira now, and something happened to your, and Meta restrict your hard account, you are not going to get your money back. Even if they say that's the permanent decision, except, and now that in the era of AI, that AI is making decision, there is nothing that you can do with that. There's nothing you can do. It will still go. So this now I will just this account number, this one will show, this will pay. Yeah, just bank name. And I'll pay. Immediately I pay, this will have generated a receipt to my email like this. Let me show you. Like that invoice that I want to pay that money. Right? So immediately I pay, I will receive receipts and that will go. Can you see? So a lot of people will actually use that. But I'm not doing this. It's just a purpose. Immediately the money go through, payment go through, this one will just return you back to here and you see it added to what you have here. So thank you everyone for showing up this evening. This is how far we can go tonight. I'll see you all tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll try as much as possible to make sure that the video is ready tonight. Good night. And if you have any question of concern, you can drop it in the chat, in the group, so that other people can also learn from it. Thank you and good night.